Hello, beautiful people. How are all of you doing on this fine, pleasant, sunny, blue-skied Friday morning? My goodness, there has been a lot of snow in the past few days.
Huh? A letter from Miko?
Huh?
Oh, what is she plotting this time?
A letter from
Well,
Miko?
let's open it and take a look.
Forgot there was this event dispatch. I'm gonna be honest, I still haven't, like, fully registered in my brain, that we're in 5.4? Are we in 5.4? I don't even fucking know, dude. 5.5? 5.4? 5. Something like that. Hello! Alright, chat. Ugh. Oh. My bad. Forgot to close Balatro. I finished the challenges in Balatro. Now the only real milestone I have left is getting the gold stake sticker on all the jokers. And once away. Did I forget my coffee downstairs? I'll be right back.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
I'm back. What was I saying?
Instead
guards.
of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
I forgot what I was saying, chat. I'll wait a little bit for this, actually. Right, the thing I have left to do is getting the gold stake stickers on all the jokers, and after that I'm gonna start playing some Balatro mods, probably. Okay, business. Homage. New Furu video dropped? Yeah, I saw. Okay, business. Why is the new Inazuma event only around 2 weeks? Because they know that if they give it to us for longer, no one's gonna do it until the last day. And they want us to do it before the Yuma Glor banner is over. Because otherwise no one's gonna fucking pull for her. They're being smart about it, okay? I don't think anyone's pulling for her anyways. Okay. That's unnecessary. That is unnecessary, man. Completely unnecessary. Completely and utterly unnecessary. Anyways.
And you still.
Thank you for
have
the
a special
6
place
months,
in my
Bill
heart.
Tree. Huge. Massive. Okay, I need to start prepping for Iansan. That's what we're gonna start doing. Alright, so she needs the Papilla boss and contention. Oh, that's tragic. I don't have that many contention left because I had to get both Maloney and Moika leveled. What about her weekly boss drop? Her weekly boss drop is Arlecchino. Oh, let's go. Let's fucking go. Have I done Arlecchino this week? Yeah. Can't wait, he's pulling for Varisa 100%? No. But I'm getting Iansan. That's for sure. That's for sure. Pretty much no matter what, I'm gonna get Iansan. If it takes me C6 Varlamore to get the Iansan, then I'll get fucking C6 Varicose Veins. Like, it's okay. Would you rather get C0 Virus 34 or C1 Shanyon? I'd rather get Virgil. I think. Would I rather get Virgil C1 or Shanyon C2? I'd rather get Shanyon C2. But the C1 kind of doesn't, you know? Anyways, so contention. How many books of contention do I have right now? I don't think I have like any. In link contention. Okay. So I barely have any. So this is probably the main thing we're gonna need to farm for. It's not today, so today we're gonna farm the boss drops. Papilla, where are you at? There you are. By the way, I don't think I've ever seen Genshin players as disappointed with a design as with Varicella. It's actually like insane how negative the reception is. More than Yumiglorb Glorp? I mean, people weren't as disappointed with Yumiglorb Glorp's design as they were with her gameplay. Let's be honest. Emily? Oh, it's worse than Emily. Like, the reactions are a lot worse than Emily. I think they're worse than Malika, too. Overworld Malika moment. I'm glad I'm not banned. Thanks for reminding me. Classic Overworld Malika. Yeah. How many do I even have? I guess we'll check on the respawn. But you don't have to teleport out for this now. It's so nice.
Get to work.
They're gonna hit. Four. No. We have 8. We need what, 46? Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody stand! Fulfill our pact! Suffer the wrath from the sky!
Was the plan for Iansan level 91, 110? I don't think so. I think the plan is 910 long term.
I'm going in! Bring it! Show no mercy!
Short term, it's gonna be like
Pyroclastic surge!
1/6 then, I guess. Alright, last one of the day. 4? No, no 4. Goblet. Meh. Nothing great. That's okay. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Don't respawn like that, you're being annoying. First a pre-release today? No. Pre-release won't happen for a while, but we can do a first impressions video on both. On both the Iansan and Viridescent Venerer. Banner review, so yeah, the banner review is like actually benched.
Add
Are you gonna get Versa? I'm gonna go on her banner if Iansan is on her banner, and I'd be okay getting her. But if Iansan is not on her banner, I'm not sure.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar.
Man, why are they doing showcases of characters with constellations before showcases with C0? I can't.
The biggest one in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
They don't even say it's with constellations, by the way. Only way you'll know it's with constellations is if you know that some of these combos aren't possible without C2.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. You'll interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down. The biggest
It reminds me of Encore. Yeah, that's fair, actually.
You might want to get a
That's
guide
actually kind of fair.
the area.
5.5 IT. It's a shatter IT. Oh god. Oh god, chat Beto. Oh god. It's chat Beto, chat. By the way, this is so fucking disgusting.
You might want to get a guide.
Like, the difficult chambers in IT are the boss chambers. What do you mean a fucking freeze shatter IT? What do you mean? Oh yeah, we can also count the amount of Hydro and Cryo characters that I would expect someone to have. Okay? So let's do that, okay? Let's okay. So the ones that are guaranteed are Neuvillette, Candace, Ayaka, Charlotte, Albedo, Kachina. Right? So Hydro, Cryo, Geo. So the guaranteed we have Nev, Candace, Ayaka, Charlotte, Albedo, Kachina. Alright, these are guaranteed.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Okay. Then we'll have, most will have, so for Hydro, let's do them one at a time, actually. For Hydro, most will have Singto, everyone will have Barbara, right?
You might want to
You
get
know,
a guide if you're not familiar.
all will have, for Cryo, obviously everyone has Kea. But a lot of the 4-stars for Cryo are 4-stars that are generally not ones you want to go out of your way to get. Most people have Lila from that Sumeru event, I guess. Yeah, I guess I should still have it, like...
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should.
We'll do a different category for these, actually. So, Lila, Rosaria, Chongyun, Diona, maybe? Characters that, like, a decent amount of people will have, and an okay-ish amount of people will have built. Maybe, like, most will have. Four stars, most will have. Then for Geo, obviously Noelle. I guess Chongyun should probably be here. The problem with Chongyun is that most people don't have him built. So, I don't really want to put him here like Singto. Anyways, okay, let's actually... This is gonna be all we'll have. This is gonna be 4 stars. You probably already have built. Right? It's gonna be like Singto. Maybe Rosaria. And none of them for Geo. Then 4 stars. You might not have built. Lila, Chongyun, Diona. Actually, Diona's really easy to build. So Diona can be included in the probably have built. Right? Yeah, for Geo, 4 stars you probably already have built. It's pretty much just Kachina that's like reasonable to expect, but she's already in the guaranteed, so aware. You can say the same about Lila. I guess? Sure. I suppose. But yeah, then you have Yunjin, Goro, Ning. The problem with Goro is that, like, he's easy to build, but there's no reason to build her unless you also build Noelle. Or Ito, right? So I don't think he falls in that same category as Rosaria, Darren, or Layla. And then 5 stars are very popular 5 stars that a lot of people are gonna have. So for Hydro, it's like Farina, Nevillet, but he's already in the guaranteed, so not him. Yelan, Molani, perhaps? But there's no Pyro, so that's Molani without reactions, so I don't fucking know about that one, Chief. Oh yeah, we also need to include GOMC. Sure, we can include GOMC here. Alright. Then for Cryo, honestly, none of them. Like, maybe you could say Citlali. No Hydro MC. You can't get both Hydro MC and GOMC, and if you're choosing between the two, you'll choose GOMC. So no. I guess we could also include Mona in here. Because she's not a 5 star, or she's not a 4 star, but like, she's a fucking unit that will like be fucking relegated to the catacombs of your account, like Chongyun, Yunjin, Goro, and Ning. And then, yeah, maybe Chi-Chi as well. Okay. But yeah, and then for the other 5s, I mean, Alloy, I'm not gonna count Alloy. Cause I mean, a lot of people just don't have her. But yeah, so like here it could be Citlali, but like Citlali is a specific enough support that I don't think that many people have her. So I think I'll separate between like very popular for the ones that are good and a lot of people have, and just good 5 stars for the ones that are good but that not as many people have. Yeah, do we know what the... Right, it's Hu Tao, Kuki, Kave, Lynette. Jesus Christ. So... Supporting? Oh. Guests? Do you get a Lynette for free at some point? You do, right? Then Kuki probably goes here. Then Kave goes here. And Hu Tao is gonna go here. Anyways. For Geo. Shilonen. Zhongli. I think that's it. For this. And then for the good ones, for Geo, you have Navia, Chiori, Ito, I guess. Okay, maybe we should separate it between like the brief Remunet from 4.2. Yeah, but no one has them built. So, like, it doesn't matter. Like, Remina is one of, like, the 3 units that actually can't reach the IT DPS requirements, okay? So, like, let's calm down a little. Three Oron and 5.5. If that's real, that's really good. I'm C4, I think. That means I'll only be 1 away from C6 after that. That's bog. Anyways, I want to separate, I think, between good 5 stars, good and somewhat popular 5 stars, right? So we wouldn't put Chiori here. And then we'll also have bad or very unpopular 5 stars. And you'd have Chiori and Ito here. And for Hydro, Kokomi's relatively popular, right? Is she? I'm actually, wait. Does anyone have a link to an ownership rate poll thingy? I'm kind of curious. Genshin Impact ownership rate. Have updated as of 5.2. Okay, yeah, that's the same one. So obviously Sijuin, Risley. Okay. Milani's much lower than I expected. Nilo's not that high. Okay, Kokomi's high enough, I think, to be included here. So Kokomi. I think that's it. Maybe we include Nilo as well. Maybe we use like 30% ownership rate as the dividing factor between somewhat popular and unpopular. So we'd include Nilo, but like this is Nilo without Dendro. I guess technically you could do Nilo Kave double Hydro. True. And then for the unpopular or bad ones, or both, Sijuin. Child, Milani, Sijuin, Ayato. Okay. Now for Cryo. For Cryo, Ganyu is surprisingly high. So is, wow, Ayaka's really fucking high. Jesus Christ. So Ayaka, Ganyu. Lali's above both, she's at 64. That makes a lot of sense. But also, yeah, Lali was going here anyways. She was also, oh right, Ayaka was given for free at Arrow 42, that's true. Okay, and then bad or unpopular. I mean, I guess we can include Alloy, because like, yeah. Like, sure. Because, like, technically, if you have Alloy on your account, she can be one of the characters you use in IT, right? Like that's something you can do. And when it comes to, like, medium investment IT clears, you are going to have dogshit characters, and you'll be playing, like, 3-unit teams. Just because you need to have enough characters to enter that difficulty, right? Anyways, Alloy, Grizzly. Okay, his name doesn't fit. Shenhe. Hello. That's it. I'll include. Okay, I'll put Charlotte here. Wait, no. Where the fuck? Oh, right. She was in the. Wait, Ayaka was there as well. I'm an idiot. Oops. I'll include Femine and Mika here, even if they're not 5 stars. Just because they kind of, like, have a similar vibe in terms of, like, how many people are gonna have them built, right? It's like, the only people that are gonna have them built are people who actively like them a lot and want to have them built. Then Milani kind of doesn't fit here, but it's fine because it's a freeze abyss and Milani's gonna. It's a freeze IT and Milani sucks without reactions, so whatever. Anyways, now we're gonna color code this. Okay, we're gonna put the characters that I would expect an average, decently invested account to have if they care about meta an okay-ish amount, right? Okay, that's too dark. Let me get a nicer shade. That's too yellow. That's too. Oh, not quite there. Spotify overlay's missing. Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't able to. Oh, no, it's showing up now. Okay, cool. This is the nice shade. This is a nice shade. Okay. So, obviously, I mean, okay. You are going to have all of these, and you'll be able to use the trial version, so these are all green, right? Okay, now for the characters that are given for free, I think that Lynette is a character that you can expect to be built for most accounts that care about meta. Like, she's not going to be optimal in really any of your teams, but she does her job as a VV user without a lot of investment, and because of IT, units like Lynette are worth building, even if it's just getting them, what's the level requirement, 70? Even if it's just getting her to the level requirement necessary to actually be able to put her in IT, right? But, like, if like, I put Lynette green, but I would never put Femine green. Because Femine, if you get her to level 70 with throwaway 4-piece artifacts, isn't going to be useful. But Lynette will be, right? Kea... The thing about Kea is, like, I think people should have him built for IT on accounts that don't have that many units, but I don't think a lot of people do. So I think I'm gonna end up putting him yellow. Okay. Singto, yeah. GOMC, yeah. I think if you care about IT, you should 100% get your Traveler to level 70. Because Traveler will be usable in every single IT. Kuki, yeah. These, I don't know. If I'm not putting Kea green, Rosaria is not green either. Diona and Lila, maybe. Sure. Sure. Diona and Lila. Okay. Mona. Sure. I don't think any of these. Farina, Shilonen, Yalon, Zhongli, sure. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, right? 17 characters that I'd expect an average, somewhat meta-focused account to be able to have if they've been playing for a while. I feel like if you had Zhongli, you wouldn't have Lila or Diona leveled. Yeah, but Lila and Diona still do their job at level 70 with throwaway artifacts. Like Lynette, which is why they're in green. Like, green basically just means that I would expect that account that I've described to be able to have them built enough to be usable in IT, not usable in Abyss, right? In order to enter the highest difficulty of IT, you need 21 characters, right? And we have 17 here, which is relatively low. 22. It's 21 because you can get a supporting cast character. You can borrow someone's C6 carry. It doesn't let you enter if you don't have 22. Oh, is that true? Fucking 07. I didn't know that. Good to know, I suppose. So you need 22 then. But yeah, and then you'll have characters that, like, you could have, but they're a massive waste of resin to level, or just not a lot of people have them or want to build them. Because they're very unpopular. I'll put those in orange. Alright, so Barbara, Kea, Noelle, Rosaria. I don't know, man. Like, looking at this, it's really like, unless you level literally every character of a given element you have, like of all elements that you have in order to be able to enter IT, right? Unless you're wasting your resources on characters you're never going to play outside of IT, most people won't be able to enter IT unless they have like 4 to 5 of the limited 5 stars. Of these 3 elements. On top of the meta ones. Like, on top of like the really good ones that you might go for irregardless of meta. Like Farina, Yalon, Shilonen, and Zhongli, right? Okay, I'm actually curious, chat.
In their horizons in the world.
I want all of you guys, not all of you guys, but some of you guys, go into the Abyss menu right now. Actually, no, not the Abyss menu. Actually, no, yeah. Go into the Abyss menu right now. Filter, Hydro, Geo, Cryo. And take a look at how many characters you have at 70 or higher. And if you want, take a screenshot and send it in the general chat on Discord. Because I'm very curious. And I want you to do this whether you have enough or not, okay? We're just collecting information right now. Will it work from Battle Chrono? Yeah, I mean, any menu that shows the characters you have as well as their levels. Doesn't matter which one it is. I have enough barely, but only because I make content for this game, leveling units I normally wouldn't. Yeah. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna count this yet. Actually, I shouldn't count this yet either. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Plus the 6 starters. So 23. Huge! I have enough to enter. Wait. Do I have enough to enter? Is it gonna let me enter if I don't have the guests leveled? Because otherwise I have 20. Uh-oh. No, it's fine. I have Hu Tao and Cookie. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I have 22. I have 22. I guess I also have Kave. True. Okay, let's take a look at a few. So. Yeah, you're fucking cooked. 12. Yikers. You're also cooked. That's 4. Are you sure you included Geo? I think you forgot to include Geo. You don't have Noel? Whatever. Okay, you'll be fine. That's cool. That's cool. You'll be fine. That's cool. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're kind of cooked. You're a little cooked, yeah. You'll be fine. Wait, the fact that there's so many people in my community, which is like actually fairly meta-focused, that straight up don't have the characters to be able to fucking enter is wild, man. It's fucking wild. That is certainly an IT of all time. You can enter a lower difficulty. That's true, sure. Man, every time I think about IT, I get frustrated, because IT was like such a missed opportunity. Because, like, thing that makes roguelike modes fun is starting from weak things and building into better things. But you can't actually tailor your build towards your team because you can't choose your team. You're limited when it comes to choosing your team. The fact that there's energy in IT is really stupid. Like, it doesn't work well in a roguelike mode. They should let you choose less than 4 characters. I mean, yes, but that's a like separate issue entirely, right? There's the problem with the way they implemented the energy system, but also just conceptually an energy system in a roguelike mode that makes it so that you have to choose either I get blessings that buff my team now but they won't buff my team later, or I have to get blessings that don't do anything now so they can buff my team later. But like, neither of those things feel good. The fun is using funky teams. But like, I mean, I talked about this when IT came out, right? There is nothing preventing you from using funky teams in Abyss. Right? The only difference in IT is that you are forced to play those teams. But the thing is, it's so fucking easy that you don't need to think about making making the best of with what you got. You just slap random units, have a carry, have some supports, try to reliably do that, and that's it. I know it's better this way instead of playing the same OP well-invested team over and over again. I mean, it's not like those are the only 2 options, though, right? Like, no matter how bad and how poorly designed of a game mode it is, if it's a game mode that forces you to play things other than your best teams, it's going to be novel and different, right? So people that like things that are novel and different will at least appreciate that. But that doesn't mean that it was done well, right? That's my point, is that it was not done well at all. It was done in a completely awful way. It's not easy to make IT design be a challenge for all kind of power level players out there. But it's not a challenge for anyone. I was in Limbo's stream yesterday and he talked about it. What makes IT so annoying for like everyone is that the difficulty is just owning enough characters to be able to enter. But as soon as you do, it's trivial to complete. Like, it's not actually difficult. Playing IT is not difficult, it's trivial. It's just you need to own enough characters to go in. How do you think they can make it better? The thing is, they're probably not interested in making it better, right? The purpose of IT is to make you feel like shit that you have to build Barbara, so instead of building Barbara, you're gonna pull from Wolani and build her instead. That's the purpose of IT. make you feel that you don't have enough units of a given element, and sell you the solution that's an alternative to having to build the units that feel awful. If they wanted to improve it, I'd have a lot of suggestions, sure, but like they don't, so I feel like I'd just be wasting my time. Oh yeah, my bad, Cosfig. Wait, I should mod you on... I should mod you on Twitch as well, shouldn't I? But yeah, my bad. I kind of forgot about that. I was thinking Hypex. Oopsies. Chat, stop sending your IT images on the Discord. If you send an image on the Discord less than an hour after joining, you get auto fucking muted. To try to prevent bot raids and shit like that. Sorry, Discord mods. My bad. My bad. But yeah, like, in my opinion, the best thing you could do, if they wanted to do something similar to IT that was actually intended to be a fun game mode, keep the elemental restrictions, remove the unit count requirement, keep the fact that you start with random units, but remove the energy system entirely, so once you get one of the units you want, you can keep using them. And make it so that instead of, like, what is it, 10 stages, there's like 20 or 30. And obviously increase the amount of total buffs and you can buy, instead of like up to 4 per reaction. April IT, this one is much better. Yeah, that does seem better. Anyways. But yeah, one day, Hoyo is gonna start actually giving us systems in Genshin that allow us to have fun playing the game. One day. What are your thoughts on Next Abyss? What is it again? I can take a look. Spiral Abyss. Is it this one? Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Oh boy. Wait, what are the reruns again? It's is it Farina Risley? Risley Farina? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is like a very, very chill Venti Abyss. Probably going to be very unpleasant without Venti. It's not even this one. This one's not going to be that bad without Venti. This one, depending on where the Hilichurl Berserkers spawn, might be a massive pain in the ass. If they spawn far away from each other, it's going to be very unpleasant. And this one is a bit annoying. It's not that bad, but they're just so fucking tanky. 2 waves of 2 Drakes, but with a 375 HP multiplier, not 250. That's 50% tankier than the last time we had this. Kind of rough. But at least it's Earth. But both of them are Earth Guards. They're not the flying ones. Thank you for the 10 months, the youth, and thank you for the 2 months, Cloak Bearer. Anyways, then the next one, like, bro. This is actually doomed, by the way. Like, 2 waves of 2 Rift Hounds into triple Kenki. That is, like, actually so doomed, by the way. And then that's with the first wave with 2 Lectors of different elements. It's so cooked. It's so fucking cooked. And then this? It's so cooked, man. It's so fucking cooked. Like, Night Soul agenda, fucking Shilonen agenda, Aggravate agenda, and whatever the fuck this bullshit is. Five point five reruns are Shilonen, Venti, and Qianyun, yeah. You know, I don't know if we'll be able to. I don't know if Varesa's charge attack makes her jump high enough for this. I honestly don't think it does. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like it goes that high. So you might need to have Qianyun or Shilonen on the team in order to be able to get through this. You can climb Zhongli's pillar. True. Can you clear this with 4 stars only? Yeah, it does look kind of cooked. I'm not sure if my Gaming has enough damage to kill the, like, Simon spawns before he goes invisible. If it does, it's definitely clearable, though. With the 75 plunge damage, he might. Especially with Blackcliff with the first wave of 3 enemies. Oron, Sucrose, Taser, easy? I don't know if I have enough damage, honestly, with that. I'd probably do Taser first side, not second side. and Gaming second side. Actually, no. Does Gaming jump high enough? He doesn't, right? That's so bullshit, man. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, I've Chan Yun. They were asking about 4-star only clears. I don't think Gaming... I'll double check. I'll check if Gaming does.
Is there time?
You can flow with Seat Lolly. How many times do I have to repeat we're talking about 4-star only clears for people to stop asking about 5-star units that are clearly not 4-star units?
Everybody stand. Fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath.
Many happy returns.
Alright. Okay, it's doable. It's doable. Okay, huge. I think you have to do it from a specific angle though, but it's doable. That's huge. That's massive, chat. That's actually incredibly huge. My hair looks like it, man. It's fine. Oops. Oh, Lanyan can do it as well. That's true. They might be higher in Abyss, just like the event. Shut the fuck up. And here I was hoping you'd be forced into Gaming plus Kachina team. Fuck no. Fuck no. But yeah, I should be able to do... For the next Abyss, if I want to do a 4-star only clear, I should be able to do... Gaming, Bennett... Iona, Rosaria... And like Sucrose... Fischl, Oron, Zuko, right? Probably the play. I'm actually kind of curious how Lanyan works with this. I don't think there's gonna be a setup that gives Gaming TDDS and Swirls Pyro with this. No, there won't be. It won't work. But if the pillars are higher, I guess I'd still use Lanyan, just not on TTDS. Because like you'll be able to swirl Pyro, but then you won't be able to melt. Because there won't be fucking cryo on the enemy. I mean, I guess you could get cryo on the enemy, but you'd have to like do like N1C on Lanyan, maybe. I guess I should check then. But then there's also the problem of Rosaria uptime not being very good.
Can't run. Shiver.
Up to it, Monzai.
it's like functional, I guess. Our energy's fucking scuffed right now, though.
You can't run. Lights out. Up and away.
Up to it, Monzai.
I don't think we go to Pyro Swirl there. Okay, it works, but it's not great. But it is somewhat functional. So at least there's that. Every Gaming team ever? Okay, buddy. Seatlali's out now, okay? Gaming's not anywhere close to Cope anymore. Okay?
Everybody stand. Shiver. Get to work.
Oh, they ungrouped themselves.
Mighty mythical beast. Congratulations.
Let's light it up. Go in. Lights out. Show no mercy. Suffer the
Up to it, Monzai.
We lose our...
teamwork is strict. Yeah.
We lose a few of our melts because of the fruits, which is really annoying, but
Mighty mythical beast.
still pretty solid. Gaming's just like kind of really good now. And he only needs Seatlali as a 5-star. And like he doesn't even need Seatlali, but like Seatlali makes him a lot better. But like his best team is only really reliant on Seatlali. You can do Xianyuan and you can do Shilonen, but honestly, they're not even that much better than the double crowd teams.
I'm going in. You two. Tight.
Happy return.
We got bad RNG there. Bro, fucking dodge our Seatlali burst. Happens, I guess.
Teamwork is strict. Show no mercy. Suffer the
Mighty mythical beast.
Oh, fuck you. Auto-targeted the fruit instead of that? Nah. Annoying. Yumkasaur is so cringe. There's like so many things that aren't like bugs, but they're like buggy as fuck. Auto-targeting with the fruits is annoying as shit. Any like vertical movement ability, or sorry, any horizontal movement ability making you go fucking fly upwards because of the weird hitbox. Like that shit is ass.
I'm going in. Fulfill our pact. Lolly.
Up to it, Monzai.
Yeah. We're getting bad grouping RNG on the first wave. It's slowing us down a lot.
Teamwork
Okay.
is strict.
He dodged my Bennett E. That's sick. Love to see it.
Suffer the wrath.
Many happy returns.
Bring it. Fulfill our path.
Annoying. Annoying.
Sorry, pal.
Let's light it up. Everybody.
Okay. This should be good grouping RNG, I think.
Mighty
Never mind, he jumped back. Oh my god. Size of cringe.
Going in. Suffer the
Anyways, I really love playing Gumming nowadays. It gets more fun every time.
teamwork is true. Show no mercy.
Card is worse than yesterday too. Is it? What's the card I wasn't paying attention. Anyways. Lennon's on Bedrock. She's on Instructor right now, I think. I might have changed her back though. No, she's on Instructor. Because I don't like having to worry about picking up the Petra Crystal. Yeah, we can also just do like this.
Light it up. Everybody.
Okay, I got my E cancelled. That's fucked up.
mighty mythical beast.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Teamwork is teamwork. Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Show no mercy. Suffer the
Many happy returns. Congratulations.
How did that not... Okay. Okay, dude. Somehow that didn't hit him.
Alley-oop.
everybody stand back. Let absorption test. You two.
There we go.
Up to it, Monsai.
I'm going in. Absorption test. Suffer the wrath of
Mighty mythical beast.
Let's light it up. Animal test 60. Fulfill our pact. Yes.
Anyways, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Gumming is too fun to play, but I gotta fucking stop. No more. No more. No more. No more gumming. We can take a look at overall ownership rate as of 5.3. I'm kind of curious. I think it's really funny that Tonari is the character that with the highest ownership rate. I wonder why. Is it because a lot of people went for him? Oh, right, because of the selector. Right, that makes sense, actually. I see. That makes a lot of sense. I understand. Kazuha, Jean, Mona, Kutsing. I like that Diluc barely has more usage rate than or ownership rate than Chi-Chi. 66 more players have him. Out of 100,000. That's really funny. And Kaza is almost the most owned 5-star. That's kind of crazy. I'm surprised by how high Sitlali is, honestly. Like, that's really high. For, like, a team-specific support, that's really high. But, I mean, she is good enough to justify it, I suppose, but yeah. Anyways. Oh, by the way, chat, you know what's really funny about Iansan? And something that's gonna make me laugh a lot? People have the muscle memory of, like, dashing a lot on characters. If you dash on Iansan, you lose, like, half of your Night Soul. Because her Night Soul is, like, something that increases her speed, and running consumes her Night Soul. Like, that's her exploration Night Soul thing. Which means if you have to dodge an attack with the Iansan, you're gonna lose half your Night Soul because you dodged. It's gonna be so funny, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. It'll be great. Oh yeah, also another thing that I thought about yesterday. So you know how against bosses, Klein doesn't really move that much? Unless you, like, manually input the dash backwards. Yeah, that means with the Iansan, you're gonna have to manually input the dash backwards. Or sideways. And good luck doing that on the fucking Yumkasor. Without accidentally flying up. Man. Why backwards? I thought she moves enough. Against bosses, she doesn't move. Unless you, like, intentionally dash in different directions. Because if she's close to the enemy, you use your E, you go towards the enemy, you collide with the hitbox, you just stop moving. That won't stack any Night Soul on Iansan. So you'll have to, like, intentionally start dashing backwards. The problem is, if one of your E's doesn't hit, like, literally just one, Iansan is probably worse than Sarah and Fischl. Like, if you have to play like that with Iansan, but you don't have to on the others, and you lose one E's worth of damage, she's probably worse. Which is really tragic. Is my Fischl on the right artifact set? Or on the right weapon? She is. Huge.
Justice will prevail. Drop your weapon.
Into the shadows.
Don't look at the rotation, okay? It's not a good rotation. I don't think my client is even on the right build right now. I just wanted to show you guys what happens for, like, this, right? So unless you're dashing backwards, you don't move when you're attacking a boss, right? You just stay in place. So you'll have to, like, change that.
You asked for it.
and do something like this. Eee! Oh, fuck. If you want to keep good Iansan Night Soul uptime. Her dash hitbox is kind of... Okay. I feel like you guys need to understand something, okay? When there are additional potential issues with a character, just because there is a way to fix those issues doesn't mean they're not worth mentioning. Like... Yes, it won't necessarily be a problem, but it does change the way you have to play, it makes it harder, and it adds some potential for inconsistency. And that makes something that's very important to mention when talking about Iansan with Klein. Honestly though, Mawika existing means that even if you don't average that much Night Soul, the best Klein Sugar teams will probably still have Iansan. It's kind of tragic, man. People are expected to dash cancel on Hu Tao. You can dash sideways on Klein. I mean, yes, but also, Hu Tao is widely considered to be a character that's mechanically harder to play than shit like Arlecchino, because of the fact that in order to get great damage on her, you need to do those cancels. Like, again, you're making my point, actually. These are things that are relevant and important to mention. Arlecchino now needs to do N3C and not fuck up the cryo. Or the thing is, her teams do more damage than Hu Tao even if you don't melt a single fucking attack. We got 2 new footage, Overload and EC. Alright, I'll take a look. Yeah.
Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or
It seems like Vercel is able to keep max Night Soul on Iansan very easily.
You're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for
Hey,
nothing.
was that rotation even good? Wait, I gotta fucking pay attention. Yeah, that seems good. They did one too many, but that's fine. No, wait, so how long does the uptime window last? You swap into her at 33 seconds left? And they're done at 24 left. So it's 9 seconds. It's a bit faster than I thought. That's cool. That means you can get all her damage out in a VV window. That's cool. Is Farina, Xianyu, and Iansan versus my best in slot? No. Best in slot is probably gonna be Chivalrous with Malika, just because Malika is too good. Is Risa looking to be a strong character or a skippable one? Like, is she a good investment because I'm planning to pull Iansan, but I don't know about her? So far, I expect her to be very, very similar to Chlorine in terms of power. But I don't know. I don't think her non-Chevy teams are gonna be as good as Chlorine's non-Chevy teams. Man, it's just man. It's V1. It's V1. It is V1. That's true. It is V1. It is V1. It is V1. It is V1. Doesn't she surpass the 100k DPS? But that's just fucking Mawika being Mawika, dude. She does a third of the team's damage and all she does is press QE and then swap out. Like... Like, man! Man! I'm actually kind of curious about Mawika with Iansan in Overload teams. You'd need a second Electro though, which is kind of tragic. Yeah, maybe you do Iansan Auron. Perhaps. Wonder how good that would be. Auron's not doing that much though. No, melting or vaping on Mawika is a pretty big drop off. It is, yeah. That is true. Is Iansan alone even enough to charge Fighting Spirit? I'm not sure. From what I understand, she consumes 6 per second. So for 12 seconds, that's 72. At C6, it's 3 more seconds, so it's 90. But I don't know if her Night Soul expires while she has Night Soul points left, and the Night Soul mode, like, disappears. Do the, like, leftover points count as being consumed, or not? I don't know. Okay, I'm actually kind of curious about something. If I do... It doesn't matter who the last one is. I'm not sure exactly how long the animations would take in something like this. I'm trying to figure out how much time you'd have to spin on Moika. Iansan animation should be about as fast as Bennett. So... let's just look at the cooldown for now. We'll swap out at like 12. Or we'll start at 12.
Everybody stand. Stop right there.
We swap back at like 7, so it takes 5 seconds. Burst is like 2 seconds-ish. That's 7. So we have like 2 seconds of spin time. We can add, probably. Who should take about as much field time as Risa? I guess Raiden. Kind of.
Illusion shattered. Rise to assault. Teamwork is dreamwork. Light of the blazing sun. Inazuma shines
Probably do something like this.
Burn it down. Drop your weapon. Going in. Let's light it up.
Oh, right. I can't even do the testing properly because none of these characters generate fighting spirit from Aoika. We'd be using Iansan and Verisa instead of Bennett, Raiden. So we'd max out the fighting spirit. To spend as much time with Moika and Bennett Circle instead of Verisa. I don't think that's better. Actually. I'm pretty sure that's not better. The really broken part of Moika is the burst initial hit, not the spin. The spin is still fucking great, though, don't get me wrong. But... I don't think her spinning is better than what Verisa's doing. New showcase. Oh, I've seen that one. Ugh.
Boom, booms, and eyes.
Thoughts on Al-Haytham, Iansan, Nahida, Beto as a team? Why? I mean, I guess it'll work, but, like, why? No, I guess it's probably fine. Al-Haytham really is lacking in good Electro teammates in his spread teams, so maybe Iansan works. I suppose it does, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys are ready for the optimal Arlecchino rotations to look like this, by the way. Imagine Bennett is Iansan instead. Okay?
Teamwork is
Fuck you.
hands where I can see 'em.
Nice Viridescent Hunt, loser. Okay, anyways. I'll do it on the second wave. What I want to show. So,
Everybody stand! Wings of darkness! Stop right there! You asked for it! Final
oh, this is gonna be great, man. I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait.
Everybody stand! My royal hands where I can see 'em! Drop your weapon! Overrule! Let's light it up! Teamwork is final warning!
Midnight Phantasm.
I'm going in! Justice will prevail! Stop!
Oh, it's gonna be so funny, man. I actually can't wait. Oh. Why is this optimal? In order to keep Iansan's buff high, you need to move a lot. And so, in order to do it, we're trying to dash backwards so Arlecchino's N1 tracking brings us back to the enemy, so we move more. And we're also using Fischl's Burst while aiming backwards, so the charge attack on Arlecchino makes us move a lot.
Teamwork is teamwork! You asked for it! Drop your weapon! Everybody stand back! Midnight Phantasm!
I ran out of stamina. Fuck.
Let's light it up! I'm going! Hands where I can see 'em! Stop!
Yeah, this is gonna be a little... Yeah. This is gonna be a little... Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy. Never would have guessed that enemies moving towards you would be a DPS loss. True! Oh, that's so funny.
Teamwork is strength. Like royal, justice will prevail. Final warning.
What? He hadn't fully spawned when I did my N1, so it didn't properly track him.
Transfix. Everybody stand. Shadow Raven. Let's
Oh, that hit me?
drop your weapon.
Laid bare.
I'm going in. Hands where I can see. Ha, odds. Final warning.
This shit is gonna be hilarious. Sidestepping isn't better. If you dash sideways, you get the movement from the dash, and then that's it. If you dash backwards, you get the movement from the dash, but then the movement going back to him because your N1 has really good tracking. Alright, Arlecchino's normal attack makes her lunge forward if she's far away from the enemies. Right? Like this. And same for her charge attack, right? And the charge attack, I think, goes, like, even further, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So, like, ideally, you want to run away from the enemies so that your tracking, brings you back to them, so you move more. Her E-cast as well, that's true. But the E-cast is something you do before Iansan, so that doesn't matter. Is Iansan better than Bennett here? I'm not sure. I would expect it to be dependent on the constellations on both units and weapon on Bennett. But she should be competitive at least. And then you'll be able to use Bennett on your Mawika team. Just kinda cool. Kind of a big deal. Does she win C6 versus C6? I'm not entirely sure. I think they're gonna end up very similar. With Iansan, if you don't move enough, you lose damage. With Bennett, if you move too much, you run out of the circle and you lose damage. The buffs that Iansan provides are slightly bigger, but Bennett's 15-second cooldowns allow you to do 16-second rotations on Arlecchino, whereas Iansan locks you to 18-second rotations, so doing slightly more damage, but your rotations are slightly slower. From what I've looked at, it seems like the DPS is going to be fairly similar.
Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B.
Isn't this a good thing? Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's a great thing.
Hey, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing.
Do you think she's gonna get out of beta in a competitive state to Bennett? I actually do think so, yeah. Not in every team, but in a good amount of teams, yeah. Like, keep in mind, her healing is fake, right? And so,
A pot of tea with
she's not necessarily competing one-to-one with Bennett, because there's a lot of teams where part of what makes Bennett good is that he's also providing you with the healing you want,
perfect way to start your day.
right? Obviously for Farina teams, but also just in general, most people don't like playing without healers. Do you think her healing is serviceable in Triple Night Soul? Almost. Kind of, I guess. I mean, it's a little cold still, but, like, it's okay-ish.
Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me.
I think another important part that people might not realize is that her healing doesn't start after she uses her abilities. Which means, unless you have Triple Night Soul and you have 100% uptime on it, very often you'll heal your units during your setup instead of during your uptime. And you usually don't need to heal the units that only spend 2 seconds on field. At least not as much as you need to heal the carry that's doing your damage by staying on field. So it's like, yeah. Does deploying ice skill count as movement? It should. What do you think about Klein, Iansan, Nahida, Shilonen? Is it better than using Fischl for second Electro? Probably not. Iansan is providing very little in a team like that. Because Shilonen is already giving Cinder City. So, like, you get to use Petra instead, I suppose. And I guess you give Cinder City to Nahida too, which is nice. But the attack buffs are less valuable, and Fischl and Aggravate teams is kind of a big fucking deal. Anyways. I bet in a lot of teams, Iansan will just be on Noblesse. Really? I don't know about that one. What about using her with Risley to get his enhanced charge attack? You know, that's actually kind of an interesting one. I think the biggest issue with that is in Risley teams where you use Bennett, you usually have power resonance. Which is actually kind of a big fucking deal. When it comes to comparison of between units that do similar things. With Iansan, you won't get power resonance. So basically cancels out Iansan's C2, right? It gives 30% attack.
Whether it takes me
Almost
uphill,
cancels it
downhill,
out.
or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call
But
me.
there's also the fact that, like, if you don't have a healer in a Risley team, getting hit is a massive DPS loss. Because if you get to below 50% HP while your Ascension passive is on cooldown, your E stops increasing the damage of your normal attacks.
Boom booms and eyes, and boom booms and mouth. And I need to tighten up that part.
Like, sure, you get the upside of not having to, or of being able to use the enhanced charge attack, which is cool, but you also get the downside of pretty much any time you get hit, losing a massive amount of damage from normal attacks. Maybe in teams where you're also slotting in a shielder, but like, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced at all.
Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing.
Does Iansan do anything for Ella? She seems like she doesn't move enough for that, but still. Yeah, it's actually really funny. We're finally getting an Electro unit that, like, provides similar buffs to what Bennett does, but she's dog shit for Ella. Because Cinder City doesn't buff physical damage, her attack buff falls off with time,
Boom, booms, and mouth. And
so it will barely buff Ella's burst at all, like, if at all. And she's reliant on characters moving, and Ella doesn't move. And she doesn't have off-field Electro, which I guess isn't that big of a deal, but yeah. But yeah, like it's actually tragic. It's so fucking tragic.
whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks.
I still can't believe they felt the need to remove physical bonus from Cinder City and Beta. I mean, thank God they did, man.
They don't call me
Put her in her fucking place. Put her in her place. Can't help but feel a little bad. Yeah, she was too strong. It's true. She needed the nerf. She did. She did. How good would Iansan be in wander routines with Bennett instead of Bennett? What do you mean? I assume one of those Bennetts is supposed to be something else. Because it's going to be hard for her to be with Bennett and instead of Bennett. Oh, or instead of Bennett. I'm the one who's an idiot. So here's the thing, okay? When it comes to Wanderer teams, you need Farazan. Alright, Farazan's too fucking good for Wanderer to be playable without her. Like, yeah, sure, technically you can do Wanderer Taser, but like, why are you playing Wanderer if that's what you're doing, right? So you need Farazan. We're using Lynette as a placeholder, okay? And then you have two slots. For Wanderer specifically, there's an additional dimension to the units where, if they're Cryo, Hydro, Electro, or Pyro, he gets an additional buff, right? The thing is, the Hydro buff isn't that good because while it's not a bad thing to extend uptime, his base duration is already generally long enough that if you do get the Hydro buff and you're staying in your skill longer, most of your buffs have expired by the time you reach the additional time that the Hydro buff is giving you. So if anything, the biggest thing that the Hydro buff gives you is it makes it so you don't get punished as much for needing to dash when you don't have the passive that lets you dash without costing stamina, right? But the Hydro buff is like, it's kind of insignificant. It's not great. It's fine, but it's not great. The Electro buff is fucking worthless. It gives him energy, but his burst is honestly not all that great. And then the Pyro and the Cryo buffs are good, right? When it comes to using Wanderer, or when it comes to using Iansan instead of Bennett, it's an awful idea. Because, one, you lose out on the Pyro buff that you get from Bennett. Two, you lose out on Bennett's healing, which means that this, with Farina, right? With this, it won't work as well. But also, if your other slot isn't Farina, one of the slots is Toma. If you're doing Toma, you lose. Using Iansan instead makes you lose on Power Resonance. Another popular slot is like Lila. I don't know if people use Lali now, but whatever. I mean, another popular slot is Lila, but Bennett allows you to get the Pyro self-infusion, which means you still end up losing out on the Pyro buff. And then on top of that, in order to get the Cinder City buff, the character holding it needs to trigger the reaction, but you can't apply an Animo aura, so Electro characters can't trigger Swirl. So you can't buff Animo, unless you're against the Animo Hypostasis, which is immune to Animo damage. Right? So you don't get access to Cinder City and Wanderer's teams either. Unless, like, you could get access to Cinder City if there was an Animo character that you could play in his teams. Because that Animo character could trigger Swirl, and that's an Animo-related reaction that would buff Animo. But any other element can't trigger Animo reactions. And then, if you're thinking about using her with Bennett, right? Pretty much all she gives is an attack buff, which is, like, okay. And then with Constellations, she can give a little more. But it's just not going to be better than using a unit like Farina offensively. And defensively, she doesn't provide anything. So I really don't see her being very good in Wanderer teams, no. Anyways. Alright. Do you guys have any other questions about teams with the Iansan? Also, I'm actually kind of curious. Any Wanderer players in chat that can tell me if they like using Lali with them? One already did. Because it's kind of crazy, because, like, Lali is so bad for Animo carries, but she's so good that even Though she's bad for animal carries, I do still see her being pretty useful for Wanderer. I don't think Wanderer mains exist, true. Isn't she a worse Zhongli for Wanderer? No. Just the cryo buff from Wanderer is pretty much gonna do the same thing as Zhongli's whole kit. And then you also get TTDS. And whatever artifacts that you put her on. Like Noblesse, I guess. Oh, disgusting. Yeah, her shield is smaller, that's true. Put her on TOM? Yeah, I guess that's what you'd do. You're right. You would put her on TOM. Then the shield becomes a lot less squishy, which is nice. $1 billion ER required, true. That's the downside. Do you think Iansan would work with Neuvillette just for the 65% damage bonus? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Would she be better than Auron? Is 25% damage bonus better than Auron's whole damage? Maybe. Maybe it is. Any potential for Mawika, Iansan, Auron, Chevy? I mean, yeah, that should be pretty solid. I don't know, depending on how her skill works. I talked about this a little bit earlier. Iansan is one of the few characters where her Night Soul mode expires, or can expire, even while she still has Night Soul points. Right? Because it's... I mean, I guess it's kind of like Kaniche. Maybe we could test it with Kaniche, actually. I'll test it with Kaniche. It should work the same way. So, if I do this, and then I just do this.
Locked up.
Okay. And this disappears at the end. Does it count as having been consumed? It doesn't seem like it does. Wait, no. Maybe? I can't tell. It kind of looks like there's a little. But I'm not sure. Oh wait, you guys can't tell either because of the Spotify overlay. is this time. Oh no, it was from the 10 Nysol she gets from her own thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't work. Because I was thinking, right? If your Night Soul expires while you have Night Soul points, do the points you have left that disappear count as having been consumed for Mawika Fighting Spirit? And it doesn't seem like they do for Kanich, so I don't expect them to do, or to count for Iansan either. And if they don't count, that means she generates 72 Fighting Spirit per rotation, not upwards of 100. Because otherwise it could have been the 72 you consume over 12 seconds, plus the upwards of 54 you could have if you move a lot at the end of the rotation. Right? Which would have been over 120. Which would have been really good. It would mean by herself she would have been enough to full stack Mawika. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. Maybe they'll buff her in V2. True. You sure it didn't work? Yeah. I mean, it's possible that it doesn't work with Kanich, but it does work with Iansan. That's also a possibility, so I don't know. I wonder if Ganyu would be okay with Iansan because you dash with E and kite so much from walking around. I mean, the problem is that if you're playing Bennett in a Ganyu team, you're getting Power Resonance. And as a general rule, if you're getting Power Resonance, it's difficult for Iansan to be an upgrade. At least Kazuha will help stack Iansan. That's true. Kazuha's skill will help with Iansan. That is a good point. How is Iansan with Raiden? I mean, Raiden doesn't really fucking move, so I don't expect it to be that good. Shaska. It should be fine with Shaska. The biggest potential issue I could see with Shaska doesn't move. I mean, that's not really true. She doesn't move a lot, but she does move. And she's a Natlan character, which means she's activating Iansan's passive that synergizes with Natlan characters. So even if she doesn't move a lot, she's probably going to be moving enough. Don't look at the damage, by the way. I'm pretty sure she's not built properly. But yeah, like, you don't move that much, but you do move, you know? Like, this should be enough to keep full stacks, because she's an Atlan character. The problem is she doesn't have healing, so it's gonna be a lot worse with Farina. But also, Electro has anti-synergy with Cryo, so it's also won't be that good with Citlali. So what sort of Chaska teams are gonna want her? Like that's the problem right now. It's not that there's like an inherent issue with it. It's that the Hydro and Cryo teammates we have with Chaska won't work well with Iansan. How about Iansan instead of Auron? That's something you could do, I suppose. And with this? Yeah, maybe. But I don't know if she gives enough to make up for losing out on Auron damage in a team like this. Perhaps. Hmm. Yeah, like, look at the carries I have. Who would she be good for? So she'd probably be an alternative for Linny teams with Chevrers, but a downgrade nonetheless. Downgrade in channeling teams and Bennett carry teams. Chevrers teams is gonna be case by case. Downgrade in gumming teams. Yeah, downgrade, right? Let me think, actually. Because you're losing out on power resonance with her. But gumming will be able to keep good stacks, at least. I guess in double cryo it might be reasonable. The problem with the other ones is that like you can't really use her well with like the animal units because she's not Bennett, so she's gonna prevent you from swirling pyro. But in double cryo teams instead of Bennett, it actually shouldn't be that big of a downgrade. We can calc it. I'm kind of curious. So this is going to be gumming Rosaria Citlali +1. So Bennett versus Iansan. It would be difficult to swirl. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that it's not going to be good with like solo cryo Citlali with Shanyun or Kazuha or Sucrose. It also probably won't be that good with Shilonen either. It's really it would probably just like mostly just be a double cryo alternative. Might as well assume gumming on Fab with Iansan. No. Fab Iansan will actually provide more energy to gumming than Bennett does, unless you do more than 1 E per rotation, which you generally don't want to. Anyways, base attack, attack percent, flat attack, total attack. But yeah, because these teams can't proc, these teams can't proc Cinder City on Citlali unless you change your rotation around to Rosaria Burst before Bennett, but that kind of feels like ass. So generally, they just don't proc Cinder City on Citlali. Which is part of why Iansan may end up being competitive. Anyways, damage percent, crit value, crit multiplier, effective attack, or EM multiplier, effective attack. Alright, base attack on Gumming is... How much base attack does Gumming have again? 332? 302. 302 plus Serpent Spine? No. Serpent Spine in this team is scuffed as hell. Let's do Mailed Flower, I guess. Yeah. Attack percent. So, in the Bennett team, you have... You have Power Resonance, you have Noblesse on Bennett, you have... So the optimal rotation for a team like this would probably have Instructor Rosaria, swap to Rosaria before Bennett, and Citlali on Cinder City. But that's kind of scuffed. So I think I want to look at... Cinder City, Rosaria, TOM, Citlali. I think that's probably what you'd end up playing if you don't want the rotations to be cringe. So that means there's also a TOM buff. There's Mailed Flower, which is 24%, right? 24%. There's TTDS, 48%. And then there's Substat, so let's say 20. Flat Attack, it's going to be Bennett buff. For now, let's look at C6 Bennett with Aquila. Damage percent, so we get 46.6. We get an average of like 30-ish% from Crimson Witch. We get... Where does 350 flat attack come from? 311 from a flower plus an average of about 2 flat attack rolls. I said flower, from the feather. Anyways, other sources of damage percent in this team. What else we got? Wait, there's also 20% attack on God. Wait, doesn't he also ascend with attack? Yeah, he does. So there's also plus 24, and then 20% from his... Was it C2? Yeah, C2. Okay, and damage percent, we also get 20% from... Wait, I'm an idiot. I gave him an attack sense, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, we're fine. In the Iansan team, Gami can't get TDDS. Why would that be the case? Is there anything else other than Bennett C6? I want to put that at the end. I don't think so, right? When you swap to Citlali after gumming E, no. You do gumming E, Iansan, EQ, Rosaria EQ, Citlali EQ. Right, we said Rosario and Cinder City. And then I think that's it. So Ben at C6. And create value. We start at 60. 62.2 times 62.2. 20 times 6.6. And 60 from Cryo Resonance plus Rosaria. Yeah. EM 187 plus 110 plus 96 plus, let's say, 80 from substats. EM multiplier. C6 on gumming, you're right. Although the CV won't change for gumming versus Iansan, so it's not the end of the world if it's wrong. Anyways, and then effective attack is total attack multiplied by 1 plus damage percent, multiplied by crit multiplier, multiplied by EM multiplier. Okay, and then with Iansan, we lose out on power resonance. We still have Noblesse and Cinder City. Or sorry, we still have Noblesse and TOM, right? We would have, instead of Bennett on Noblesse, Rosaria on Cinder City, Citlali on TOM, we'd have Iansan on Cinder City, Rosaria on Noblesse, and Citlali still on TOM. So the attack percent from artifacts stays the same. But we're also getting 30% attack from her thing. Or C2. Was it? I have too many tabs open. Let me close a bunch of them. Characters. On 30% attack. Is there any other changes to the attack percent? There shouldn't be. No. And flat attack. $810. Why not instructor? On whom? Mod check. Who are you giving instructor? On Gaming, true. Whoever is triggering the react. Yeah, but who is that? Like, you need to understand, like, instructor is good, but it has relatively low uptime, and you need to trigger a reaction for it, and sometimes changing your rotation so you can proc Instructor makes you lose too much damage because of the other things going on in your team. But also, ER requirements on Instructor tend to be a lot harsher to reach. That's honestly the biggest problem. Anyways, damage percent is going to be very different, though. So this becomes 40, and then we also get 25. And I think these are the... Oh, and we lose the Ben at C6. So I think these are the only changes, right? Yeah. It's actually better. Oh, shit! C6 Iansan will be an upgrade to the Gumming teams. Some of the Gumming teams. Some of them. Although the healing on Bennett kind of does matter, so I'm not sure if it actually will be, but still. Isn't her C6 only 3 seconds? If there is any overflow, she will gain the extreme force effect, which lasts for 3 seconds. In other words, if there's constant overflow, it's full uptime. Yeah, Gumming will trigger the overflow very easily. He moves a lot. But yeah, the problem with Gumming is gonna be low Constellation Iansan. Because the buff doesn't last that long. And your rotations kind of force you to use her before your other characters. Check Iansan C2. But yeah, like the problem here with C2 is like you're not gonna have full uptime on the attack buff. So you can't do it exactly like this. You'll have to like individually separate all the things, which is a pain in the ass and I don't want to do. Just losing out on that. Just losing out on the C6 damage percent makes it worse. But then you also lose out on the duration. Right, because Bennett has longer duration. I'll be right back. I'm back. But it's nice that we have something that's like potentially a side grade to Bennett in Gumming teams. Is it only Gaming teams? No, but it's a. I've been liking playing Gaming more and more lately. I think he might be my favorite carry right now. So I find it very important. Are you going for C6 Iansan? It depends on how early I get Vor. I'm running out of names, man. I don't know. Would Iansan be good in Grizzly teams with Moika because his normals have the same movement as, or like, you know? Like I said earlier, Grizzly likes the healing a lot more. So I don't know. Grizzly teams without an actual healer are teams that are so different in sheets versus in practice. Because of this line. When his HP is above 50%. In other words, when his HP is not above 50%, his normal attacks do like 60% of the damage. So if you take damage from like pretty much any source, you lose a lot of damage on him. Anyways. Let's do a Gumming clear. And I like playing Gumming so much nowadays. Should I do second side? Problem is Gumming's really bad second side, because his teams tend to not have a good way of dealing with the Papilla shields. Think of the Prime Yumi. Do the Chevreuse team? I don't wanna. Do Gumming Burning? I don't wanna. Do you guys think the Amber VV Vape Gumming team can break the shield in time? I wonder. Is your Gumming Crown? Yeah, he is. Only one way to find out, I suppose. Think of the 3 months, Marushi. You know, I might as well actually fucking level up her burst and like give her some damage. Maybe I don't even need this. Her burst cost is pretty low, so maybe I can get away without any Arsens. Like with this. We definitely want Farina on 5. Okay, and what do I do first side? I guess we can just do Arlecchino. We're not using Bennett, so... Arlecchino Candace? I don't know about Arlecchino Candace in this Abyss. Not playing a cryo unit is kinda... ugh. On the first side.
Everybody stand, bring it. Show no mercy. You two.
I hate the fact that there's so much fucking hit lag while it's getting up.
More district. Lolly, eat Papa.
That's fine. How does the rotation go again? Right.
Let the world collide. No one escapes my sight. Seize the sky.
Many happy returns. Sorry, pal. Alley-oop.
Oh, fuck.
Let it rain.
Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about that.
Let's light it up. I'm going in. Fulfill our path. You two.
Ew. I burned him. No.
Overrule. Everybody stand. Get to work. Lolly, eat Pop.
This is like dog shit crit RNG. Holy fuck. The hell was that, dude? What the fuck?
Sorry, pal.
Time to shine. No one escapes my Strike cloud confirmed.
Mighty mythical beast.
Let it rain. Go, go, Baron One.
little fucking shit. I'll do this just in case. Why are you ignoring Baron Bunny?
Hey, what give?
The fuck is that all about, dude? Taunts don't work, I suppose. It just is what it is. Anyways.
Up to it, Monzai.
Oh my god. That was fucking awful. My Farina timing was like not the same as it's supposed to be because of what? Oh my god, Jesus Christ. It wasn't the same as it usually is because of the fucking can't speak. My Farina timing was not the same as it's supposed to be because I was on healing mode by accident.
Congratulations.
Fucking hell, dude. Anyways. Next chamber should... Actually, it might not even go better. We still don't know if it's enough. Actually, no. It'll be fine. Oh, fuck off. Oh, nice. Missed your fucking E, you goddamn idiot. Nice fucking crit, loser. What? Dude! A plunge attack does so much less damage than a normal! What the fuck? This is not looking hot, is it? I don't know if we'll have enough time then. Damn. Like, not for this chamber, for the next one. But maybe we can kill it, even if... Oops. Eh, whatever. We're not gonna get it, that's fine. You fucking shit. Didn't get the pyro particles because he pushed Baron Bunny away from him. Average Baron Bunny moment. I need the energy.
Up to it, Monzai.
What? Guess without the buffs, it's just not a lot of damage, huh? Fine. Alright, we gotta take a look, man. I'm not confident though, honestly. I'm pretty sure it won't be enough. Wasn't the best, but it's fine. Alright. Time to see how fucked we are.
Let it rain.
Oh, that was awful. Okay. I think it's doable. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Overrule. Bring it. Teamwork is dreamwork. Get to work. You two. Touch. Transfix. Everybody stand. Show no mercy. Lolly. No escape. I'll race you there.
No.
Tired.
We don't have time to do 2 bursts. That's what I wanted to check. Damn. It would be doable if we did, but I don't think it is now. Unlucky. Unlucky.
Let's light it up.
That was bad.
Fulfill our path.
That's fine.
Suffer the
Still work.
overrule. We go. I'm going in. Get to work. You two. Tight.
Nice crit. Nice crit. Missed the crit on both melts. Yep. Makes sense. Alright. So, I guess we just give up on the first one then. Fuck you.
Shower me with praise. Let the world come alive. Let it rain.
Nice fucking Pyro Swirl loser.
Mighty mythical beast.
Yeah, okay. It's Jover. If he just dodges the swirl, there's nothing I can do, man.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Okay, gumming don't fucking work for this shit. You could just do gumming Moika, but like that's not real. You know, like at that point, why the fuck is gumming there? That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. And then this team kind of doesn't feel too great against this one knee. I don't want to do that. I guess it's only melt gumming this a bit. Man, that sucks. That's tragic. Like, I mean, I know that's not gonna work, but that's cringe and boring. Cringe and boring is what it is. Alright. Honestly, chat, I think that's just gonna be it for today. I'm a little bit more tired than usual today, so I think tomorrow, we'll record the banner review, maybe Iansan and Verisa first impressions. We'll see, but that's gonna